Hey YouTube, it's Friday, it's June 25th, and we are into summer. Believe it or not, we actually had 2 days of summer weather. On Wednesday and Thursday, the family took a little trip up to Seattle. Hope to show you a video of that, but before I left, I made sure I watered the garden because it was going to have like a 36-hour period where I wasn't going to be able to water it. Lots of change in that 2 days. We had great sun. In fact, in Seattle, it was the first time in over 270 days they had sun and no rain. So we really lucked out, but our gardens lucked out. Here in the valley, it got at some areas as high as 85 degrees, usually at least in the high 70s. So I want to show you what happened while I was gone and how better the garden looks just from 2 days of sun. Okay, we have our chives here, and they're doing really good, and that's our regular and garlic chives, our rosemary. Now this mint bush down here, it's kind of ugly and everything. This thing just did so horribly with just 2 days of warm weather and not getting watered every single day. It only missed a 36-hour period of without water, but it was droopy last night. It looked like it was dead at a lost cause. These leaves were all like dried up, but it sprung up overnight, so hopefully I'll be able to salvage it. It looks like it's doing much better now. Our stevia and our strawberries, they're all doing good. Come over here. We have our garlic. What's really interesting about garlic, if you've never grown it, see it comes up in the stem, curves around, and develops what looks like going to be some kind of flower or something. Like I said, I've never grown garlic, so this is interesting. Some of them have drooped over and haven't done that well, but others are doing really good. Come over here. Our plants here are doing really good. The tomatoes, I believe, have grown a little bit, especially the ones right over here. I could tell they've grown a little higher. This one over here is getting some black disease rot in it, and it looked like it affected this leaf over here. Some of the leaves have fallen off onto the ground, and I've got to take those off. The beefsteaks, boy, that sucker, I mean, just doubled in the last 2 days. I mean, if not more. Just really jumped up, these ones back here, all from just the fact that we had hot weather. Come over here. This golden summer is doing really good. That's getting nice and big, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other plants that I can see of on it. This one right here is a Valencia orange, and we got 2 growing right there. Got a bunch of other little buds that are coming up. These other ones back here, the 2 California Wonders, as I told you before, they lost a lot of their lower leaves. They don't look like they've grown any higher, and they haven't gotten any peppers coming up out of it yet. These right here, these orange peppers, boy, they really, I think, grew a lot just from having the heat. So did the weeds, you can see. This one is a orange as well. That's an orange. That's a jalapeno. So, and that's grown a lot since the hot weather. The lemon cucumber, I think it grew really well. The squash back there grew, and I'll show you, it's got a little tiny little squash coming up on it. I planted here we got a little weed, so see there, I just weeded that part of the garden. This right here, I planted corn, and it propped up, and I planted it like 2 weeks ago, but with the hot weather, it cropped up. We got 5 here coming up. I planted an extra one, hoping that if something didn't come up, I could go ahead and pull one out and set it in. Like there, nothing came up. But we're doing pretty good, like 5 there, 5 there, 5 there, 4 or 3 here, 4 there actually. Only 2 here. So I may end up moving some stuff around. We'll see what happens and see what we can get out of this. So the other corn is doing really good. I can tell that it's grown up a little bit from having the nice heat. And this one right here, if you can see right there, we're starting to get a little tiny zucchini squash come through there. Nothing happened with the lemon. It's getting some kind of mold rot, it looks like, but we'll see what happens there. Might put find something organic and dust it with. The Ichiban has grown since the last video. The beans that I planted, because they got heat, they grew. But remember, I've also done some starts in the house, and I'm going to be planting those starts over there. Just been waiting for hot weather. Here's this cucumber. This one just isn't really growing at all, and it's really dry and kind of brittle, but it isn't dead, so I'm just leaving it alone. Here is the Dixie squash, and the Asian eggplant has definitely grown. Then we have our cucumber over here. See, that thing's gotten nice and big. Don't look like we have any new ones on there. Our leeks, Titan leeks, those haven't gotten really much bigger. I mean, they're doing nice and healthy, but they haven't gotten much bigger. The weeds sure did go wild here. Pulling these out here. And there, I just weeded the garden there. I mean, real quick, simple, not grabbing anything. I noticed this grass, boy, it really gets a big weed system on it. Or, you know, root system. And so, as you can see, weeding the square foot garden is pretty easy. You're not having to get a big old hole or anything like that. Let's lift this up. Just check. No, nothing. Just that cucumber's doing really good. Don't look like anything's eating at it. Turn it so that's kind of levels out. I'm going to harvest that pretty soon, I think, because I don't know how much bigger that's going to get. Drop that down there. Then we got our lettuce has just done great. Now, I think in the last video hadn't harvested the lettuce yet. All this was about half the size because I harvested a bunch of it, and it just went wild because of the heat. And lettuce doesn't do too good in heat, but it doesn't want extreme cold either. So this grew, the iceberg lettuce grew like crazy. This one more than that one for some reason. Same with the butter. That did really good. The lettuce, or the spinach, I'm sorry, just really, I think, took out. And you can see right here, one of my best friends in the garden. See if I can get you in here and see him. There's a little ladybug. Boy, you see ladybugs in your garden, you leave them alone and just let them have fun. Our carrots, I think some of those carrots are actually ready to harvest. I'm going to check them. That flathead squash is doing so much better than the other one. But they're both doing pretty good, but this one's gotten really big. Celery is nice, big, full. Or, let me go back here so you can see. Last time we did the video, we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, almost 6 up, not quite, up 6 sets there. But now you can see it's already grown another 6 or so inches on this side. For some reason, these ones right here aren't doing that great. I don't know why, but these right here are doing really awesome. It's last look here. We're going to look at the Roma tomatoes. These have, I know these have at least doubled, if not more, in size. Not necessarily in the last 2 days, but from when I put them in the ground and took them out of the pot, you know. So they're really doing well. And this is the Roma tomatoes. And they're doing really well. I'll do a downward shot so you can see that. I'm going to back up here. And don't compare it to the poor weeds I haven't pulled out yet. This yard is like a constant weed battle, considering it was in total disarray when we moved into the house. So there you see that. Now I just wanted to show you, we had 2 days of good weather, clouds everywhere again, and we're supposedly, I guess, going to have rain this weekend and possibly rain all last week. So we had 2 really good days of rain, now, or 2 really good days of sun, I'm sorry, and now we're going to have nothing but rain again. So garden's probably going to take another still moment, but it's summer. We're hoping that we're not going to have any January weather. So hopefully everything's going to go good and you all have good gardening. Bye.